Good Saturday morning, YouTube pipe community. Back at it. Got a lot to get through this morning. Sun coming up, coffee going down. The next week or so, it's supposed to be in the high 50s, low 60s, I think, for actually Christmas Day. Not getting much done today. The daughter, the son-in-law, and the grandkids are coming today to open up their presents, and my mom and dad are coming, and my wife's brother and his wife are coming all today. On Christmas Eve, we always go to my mom and dad's and celebrate down there with the rest of the family. My brother and his kids and their kids and so on, and my daughter and everybody, we all go back down there as well. And Christmas Day, I will be doing nothing. I'll be out here working, making a pipe or two to end the new year out. To end the year out. My wife works 12 hours on Christmas Day. She always volunteers to work Christmas Day, so the ones that have little kids can have that off, but she gets Christmas Eve off. And where like I said, we celebrate that anyway. Let me show you, speaking of my wife, she gave me one of my early presents. I think I showed that on Instagram already, if you can see that. Doran pipes, very cool. And she actually bought me a couple of the signs that are down in my Pappy's cellar bar area in the back. I'll show a couple pictures of those. Today I'm going to do the new Anthology. Like I said, I wasn't going to buy this. Components, 2013 steamed Virginia red, 12% sugar. 2019 North Carolina Reds, 10% sugar. North Carolina Reds 2022, 14% sugar. Georgia Reds, 18% sugar. Get in there and get you some of that. A lot of people were complaining about this because they didn't put no Perique in it this year. I can't even read that. Special edition blend highlights, signature techniques paired, 2003, blah, 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 blah. Basically what I just read. Let's pull out the 5 hockey pucks and we'll get some tobacco started here. 1, 2, 3. Ever tell you how much I hate those things? What you'd expect, deep, dark stone fruits. I smell the sweetness. The flakes look actually fantastic. Look at it! Get in there and get you some of that. It is on the wet side, which I will still smoke one now in a few minutes, and I'll leave the lid off of this tin the rest of the day. Be back in a few minutes. I got the smoker going today. I'm going to be doing a ham. I'm going to be doing an easy one. For the glaze, this is going to be Coca-Cola, brown sugar, and a little bit of pineapple juice. A lot of people talk badly about the pellet smokers. They say I don't put out enough smoke, and I don't even have that thing cranked all the way up. That's just really heating the ham up and smoking it some. I'm going to put a glaze on it. I absolutely love these things. Mine is a 5-rack Pit Boss where I can adjust the shelves. So when I want to make like jerky or anything else, how I could fit easily 5 hams in there. I could put a turkey in there. I mean, you can do anything you want in there. Several briskets. Like I said, I'm just doing the simple ham today. And we're back. After I had my pipe lid, I realized I screwed up. I actually should have smoked this in a cob, or at least one of my briars that were already broken in. This thing I got last Christmas, I believe, and it's still, I only smoked it 4 times probably. Matter of fact, let's put it in a cob, just to be fair. And we're back. A little more Christmas festive anyway with the red stem. First off, I'm going to tell you, and what I've seen online on social media on some of the pipe forums, everybody's raving about this tobacco. So far, I can tell you without a doubt, I like the original Carolina Red Flake better than this. Of course, I'm definitely partial to wanting Perique in it. I'll go as far as to say I actually even have a little bit of tongue bite starting. One of my Zippos I'd purchased this past week. Look at it! Look at it! I love to find one with Pappy Van Winkle or another one of my favorite bourbons, Stag or something like that, but I know they don't probably make those unless you get them customized yourself. As you know, Cole got me back into collecting Zippos. So I've already got two as gifts, one from Cole and one from my friend Ahmed, who's been a great friend of mine for many years now. Very close personal friend, even though I've never met the guy. Over the years, he's sent me so many things and turned me on to so many tobaccos. It's just, we struck a friendship as one of those deals where I believe that we both had the same interests in tobaccos, mainly vapors. And that's what I think brought us together, you know. He's helped me so much over the years with my dog, just tobaccos, like I said, everything. He's given me so many gifts. Well, I got a package in the mail the other day from him. And I mean a big package. Let me first show you, my wife also got me this. This is very cool. Look at it! That's my current collection of Zippos. It's pretty pathetic, but like I said, I just started. I showed you the Jim Beam one. This one is special because it was my wife's dad's when he passed away. He was a military vet. And this one's from, it's a newer one, 2006. But I engraved the initials on when he was born and when he died on that one. I'm going to put a butane insert in that one. I showed you the Jim Beam one, an old Budweiser one that I had for years that wore off. An older Jim Beam one I've had for years. I put I thought I did. I put a butane insert. And then the one that Cole gifted me there, this is the 1969. And you can get on their website and look up the codes. This one has 3 slashes on one side and 2 slashes on the other, if you can see that. And that represents 1969, my birth year. And speaking of Ahmed, my friend, I don't want to disclose his full name on here. The stuff he had gifted me the other day, let me get my pipe relit. I said the stuff he re-gifted me. The stuff he gifted me. I got so many things on my mind right now. Out of everything he sent me some cigars. He sent me and my wife, he sent her a bottle of perfume, a bottle of cologne for me. a ton of tobaccos, and the most special thing of all he gave me, and my wife both agreed how much time it took and thought of something like that. He gifted me this. Check that out. Is that cool or what? He got on my YouTube page, seen my profile picture of me and my wife at my bar. Actually, that was at one of our older Christmas parties. You can even see the Cohiba cigar outline on top of my YouTube page, Beans 316, and check out the back of this. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but I'll read it to you, even though my eyes are bad. Brian Doran, look at it. Come in and get you some of that. And that's what I always say, like when I'm doing my tobacco reviews. I'm like, come in there and get you some of that. Tell me that's not something that's very awesome and thoughtful. And I definitely already put a butane insert in that one as well. So as I'm talking about this anthology, I'll go through the Yabo that my friend had sent me and show you those. And I'm also going to share some of these as well after I do reviews. Let me get the box ready and I'll be back. Some other things I've been smoking on out here in the shop out of Africa, Nashville County. I even went as far the past week when I was talking about HU tobaccos with some Haymaker and Director's Cut that I contacted Steve Fallon, one of my old friends from, Pipe Stud, asked if he had any in his personal stash to do a trade with or buy outright, and he didn't have any either. I know I'm probably gonna make a lot of people mad, but I'm glad I only bought a couple tins of this. I don't know, just me. I smoked it in my briar. I'm smoking it in my cob. It's not bad, but it's just not doing nothing special for me at all. Definitely needs to dry. And no matter what the age statement says on them Virginias on the side, they still seem so young and fresh. I will most likely add exclusive to that. The tongue bite went away, and I don't eat anything in the morning. All I do is come out here and drink black coffee. People would be surprised how much you could influence your taste buds by eating something, drinking something, certain things while you're trying to smoke a tobacco, especially for the first time. Black coffee or water or tea are the best things, in my opinion, to sample tobaccos with. I'm picking up the stone fruits, almost like cranberries. A little bit of bready notes. I'll even go as far right now as saying that, what's the straight Virginia they make, the old one? Opening nights, is it, or quiet night? Opening nights. I think I like opening nights actually better than this. I have a lot of opening night stored, that probably at least 10 years old now. Carolina Red Flake is better, in my opinion. But I'm going to let this sit out all day and dry out. To each their own. If you bought a bunch of this and you like it, I'm glad you do. We're not here to try to influence anybody. You like what you like. These are just thoughts and opinions. Everybody has one. Like I said, the tongue bite has definitely went away, so that's a plus. Let me get into this box real fast and show you these gifts. And that's, like I said, that's another thing, not to keep beating a dead horse, but I said, everybody says, oh, you're so generous, you give away things all the time. No, I do, but I get a lot of things too, like I said. I've gotten the last few weeks, like I said, one of my friends gifted me some Paretti's Thanksgiving blend. Cole gave me a lighter and the butane insert. My friend just gave me this stuff. Another friend of mine, Alan, gave me some Cuban cigars this year for Christmas. I mean, I have a lot, I'm blessed. I got a lot of good friends in this community as well. I'm just not the only generous one, that's for sure. A lot of the guys, the kicker is a lot of these guys I've never even met. Big letter he sent me. I can't begin to tell you how much tobacco is in here. I am definitely going to share this with people. I'll bring some as well to the pipe show like I always do. Boswell's meetups, which we need to get together soon. Let's get into this. Daughters in Rhine, Ryback, and Galtham Hogarth, Dark Bird's Eye, 50-50. Look at it! Jam-packed full. I have to say, it definitely smells strong. All shag cut. There's definitely more than 8 ounces in there. Easy 8 ounces, Virginia slices, 2017. Jam-packed. And he's given me some of these before. Daughters in Rhine, Rinpoche, St. James, Perique, 2020. There's over 8 ounces in there. Like I said, with Daughter in Rhine stuff, 8 ounces of Daughter in Rhine is like 12, 14 ounces of Cornell and Diehl with all the moisture out of it. Actually, one of the only ones I like from Sutliff. They're number 5. I do like that. That's a decent English. I don't have nowhere to put these. Drew Estate Gadsberry Flake. I actually still have some of this, but never have enough, and you can always, like I said, share. 2017. Adobe 4 Square. Virginia Black Cavendish Perique. Peterson Elizabethan mixture. Peterson Royal Yacht. Told you it was a lot. Another Gadsberry Flake. Gadsberry. McBaron Vanilla Cream, 100 gram tin. I believe they put the dates on theirs. August of 2017. Peterson Irish Flake, 17. Peterson Irish Cask. McBaron Vanilla Flake, 2018. Some of my favorites that he had turned me on to a few years ago from Russolette and Mark Ryan's Perique. Well, this one's Acadian Gold. This one, I believe, is just a straight Virginia. Yeah, 100% Virginia. This one's at least, yeah, 2018. Some of my favorites, Golden Triangle, Belmont. 2 of those. And one of my favorites of all time, probably one of my, definitely my favorites, one of the best Virginia Periques I've ever had. And of course, it's discontinued. I rave about it all the time, and I've tried to look for it and make trades with people over the years. I have, all of them I have are from him, and he gifted me another one. I have probably 3 or 4 of them now. Paulina, Golden Triangle. This stuff is the best vapor I've ever smoked in my life. Another good one I like, McConnell's Scottish Cake. Another Adobe's 4 Square. Peterson University Flake. And the last one that I've never had, Low Country, I don't even know how to pronounce that, Gwendolos? Never had that one, so that'll be cool. That'll be a nice review. Red and Bright Virginias, Red Virginia Cavendish, Catarini, and Spicy Perique, and Exquisite Cigar Leaf. Nicaraguan cigar. Now that actually does sound good with all, I don't know how it's gonna all blend together, but that'll make an interesting review. So as I said, I get a lot of gifts too over the years. Thank you so much to all my friends. Thank you to all my subscribers, whether you're followers, lurkers, whatever you want to call them, people that don't make videos. I'm in cigar communities, bourbon communities, and by far the pipe tobacco community is the best. YouTube's the best in the business. Even the online tobacco groups are all top notch. I mean, I hate to say it, but the cigar families and the bourbon families are so many. A lot of them, not all, but a lot of them are so many snobs. The pipe tobacco communities are by far the best. Like I said, the lighter that Cole gifted me there, the 1969, how much he thought into something like that, put thought into it. Then my friend gifted me that. That means more to me than any tobacco he could send me. That's something I'll keep and have for the rest of my life. And hope, who knows, maybe one day I'll pass that on to my grandson. My ham actually smells good over top of this smoke. I've been rambling way too long, but we'll finish out a couple more minutes here. Hope everybody's off for the holidays. I've been there if you're not. Over the years, even back when I was younger, I always worked like 7 days a week. I always had 2 jobs back in the day, and me and my wife struggled back then a lot. And you know, I missed out on a lot of holidays back then, had to work a lot of different odd hours and stuff like that. Now I'm older and I don't have to do that anymore. I know a lot of people do. It's not the same when you have to work on the holidays, especially Christmas. I'm lucky and thankful that I'm off. I was off since yesterday. And I have plenty of time still to burn, but I'm going to save a lot of it for next summer, of course, on my boating videos. Hopefully I'll have more to catch and show you next year. This past summer was terrible for fishing, at least in the Ohio River. I don't know what it was. It was just terrible. And I wasn't the only one. I talked to a lot of people, and they all, I mean, they said it was few and far between. But I'm always anxious to get back out on the water. Hopefully, maybe by March or definitely April for sure. Got the boat all winterized, of course, for winter and ready for that, so. Had me a nice cigar last night and a finger of bourbon. I was watching a guy last night doing a bourbon review, and he did hit the nail on the head. I agree with that. He said that there's a difference between bourbon drinkers and typical drinkers, people who drink to get drunk. I don't drink to get drunk. I haven't been drunk in years. I drink bourbon for the taste and to relax a little bit. I never drink more than a finger or 2 tops, and just with a cigar or something just to chill out a little bit. You would see my bar area there and you'd think I'm an alcoholic or something with all the bottles I have. But I tell people all the time and they laugh at me. I don't know whether they believe me or not, but I have a wife that yells at me for buying bottles and not drinking them. You think she'd be yelling at me for buying bottles and drinking them. It's the opposite. She yells because I don't drink them. Why do you keep buying bottles and you don't even drink them? I'm a collector. They'll get open eventually. I had a Stag Junior last night. It was like 130 proof, 135 proof. Just like a finger of it with probably an ounce or so with a cigar, and it was fantastic. Sipped on that for probably a half hour. I'll have another cigar tonight after everybody leaves. I'll take you along. I took you guys along when I built my smoke shack years ago. Step by step, I showed you the progress, mainly for me too, because I wanted to see, you know, what was there before, which was nothing. If you're just following me and you don't know, underneath my back porches, I built a smoke shack. I boxed it in, made it real nice. I mean, it's got heating, air conditioning, a big screen TV, everything in it I need. But over the years, I've had trouble with water getting in there leaking. It's starting to mold in there now. My mistake was, I learned from my mistakes. My first mistake was putting it where I put it, underneath my deck, where I couldn't actually build a nice roof on it. What I did was I put them, I don't know if they're vinyl or plastic sheeting, like 3 foot, 4 foot wide by like 8, 10 foot long. I put them on a pitch underneath of it. And where I screwed up was I should have, well, I'll tell you how I'm going to fix it. What I'm going to do is in spring, I'm going to get my jigsaw, my Sawzall out, and I'm going to go all the way around the whole top, and I'm going to cut out about 6 inches all the way around. I'm going to rip all that sheeting down, and I'm going to put it back in, and I'm going to put it where it comes out through the shack and hangs over the edge on the side and hangs over the edges on the other side, completely hanging out of it both ways. I didn't do that. I built it, and I built the roof last, and what I did was I put the sheeting in when it was already boxed in and closed. And of course, around the seams and the cracks, water's starting to get in. And I mean, I can still use it, but it's starting to smell a little bit when it rains a lot. I'm gonna fix it this summer. Like I said, I'll show you, take you along on that. But if you go back on my older videos, you can see as I was building that, step by step, putting the floor in, putting the walls in. I got a nice sliding door and a window and everything I put in there. But I'm gonna fix that. At least it's something I learned from my mistakes, and I know how to fix it. I did more talking and rambling than I did reviewing the tobacco, but I'm definitely disappointed in this one. And I'll have to go back on my older videos. Actually, last year's or whenever they made the last release, I bought a bunch of those. And I did like it, but I don't think I gave it a very high score either as well. And it had Perique in it. I can't remember now, but you had this, and leave your thoughts below. I'm still playing catch up on comments. I'm gonna have time this evening to answer the rest of those. I'm out of mortar blocks. A few people have been asking me about a mortar pipe. I have none, and my supplier can't get any right now. I have a bunch of Briar left, and I do have several plateau blocks left. So I'm definitely not hurting for materials, but no more mortar for a while. I've really slacked off this past winter, as you know, because of my rec room. I haven't made a lot of pipes since October. I'm not going to be making any today and tomorrow. Monday will be my last day, Christmas Day, while my wife's working. I'll be out here and I'll make a pipe then. Try to get 2 in that day. That'll be probably my last 2 pipes of the year, so if you're interested in one of those. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I've rambled way too long today. On YouTube, actually, the only one that I watched the video that did review this, I believe, was JC so far. At least that I've seen. And he did like it, so I'm glad he likes it. Not everybody can like the same things. That's the spice of life. So it's certainly not bad, but it's not great either. I'm gonna finish smoking my ham. She's smoking now. I got about another, I'm doing, it's already a pre-cooked ham. I'm gonna smoke it for about 2 hours, heat it up, and then the last half hour, 45 minutes, I'm gonna put the glaze on it, and it'll caramelize, like I said, the Coke and some brown sugar. I'm using the Pit Boss Competition blend. It has the apple, the hickory, I can't remember what else, mesquite, everything mixed in with it. I gotta quit rambling. Merry Christmas. Talk to you boys and girls later. One more quick thing I wanted to mention, add to this. A lot of people misunderstood me last week on my HU tobacco that I announced that I believe they're coming to the States in 2024. A lot of people were like, oh no, Dan Tobacco is being discontinued. No, what I meant to say, if you didn't understand me right, was the Dan Tobacco that's made for HU is being discontinued. Not all of Dan Tobacco. I got a lot of people commenting saying that they're gonna miss Saudi dogs and all the other stuff. Just the ones being made for Dan Tobacco are being for HU are being discontinued. So you don't have to rush out and buy everything else that's made by Dan Tobacco.